California for Jones versus Cormier 2. And Cormier about a 2.5 to 1 underdog. I was a little surprised to see that big. I was thinking, hey, he'd be like plus 150.
And the odds have been all over the place. It's been as low as minus 200, as high as minus 300, settling kind of in the middle most times. I showed you my ticket. I had minus 260 today, but it's kind of been all over the place. And this is kind of one of those pros versus Joes scenario where the big bets from known MMA bettors are coming in on Jon Jones, but there's actually more bets coming in on Daniel Cormier. And a lot of people are like, well, why are so many people betting Cormier? It's kind of like the same reason they're betting Cormier. When you take the combination of a big underdog plus people like to bet what they want to happen, and let's face it, Jones is the bad guy here.
Heel.
Jones is the heel. Cormier's the face. People are like, well, I can get the good guy at plus money, and they're betting Cormier. But I could say the big bets are coming in on Jon Jones.
Yeah, I like Jon Jones. I'll be rooting for Jones in this fight. I hope he's going to win. But just that plus 240, I got Cormier. I just put a little something down, and that'll kind of, if that one hits, I'm risk-free on my other bets. So that was the strategy.
And I could see it. And look, I was on a show with someone earlier, and they were talking about the fight, and they made a lot of good points of maybe how Cormier could overcome some of the obstacles, with all his preparing for the fight. That basically Cormier has had 2 years plus now to think about, hey, Jon Jones whipped me the first time. What do I need to do different to actually overcome and beat Jon Jones? And I think in Cormier's mind, he wants it. I think the desire's there, the motivation's there. I think the physical limitations and difference are going to be too much. The pace that Jon Jones keeps up is better than any pace we've ever seen from a light heavyweight. I mean, it's just non-stop pressure pace.
And a little birdie mentioned that Cormier was a little heavy, so he might be cutting a lot of weight for this fight, and he won't be getting away with a little towel gate like he did in New York City. You think that may come into play in the later rounds?
I do, and let's face it, this isn't New York this time. He's going to have to make 205, and if he spends his entire Friday morning running in trash bags, that sure isn't going to help him for Saturday. As we know, Jon Jones always makes weight, never has any trouble making weight, and Jones is so much big. What people don't realize is Jon Jones has a 12-inch reach advantage in this fight. I mean, he has so many physical advantages. I love Cormier, but he's pushing 40, and look, granted, Daniel Cormier is 4-0 since the Jones loss. But the Gustafsson fight was really close. In the first fight, he got crunched by a huge right hand by Rumble Johnson, overcome it and submitted him. The last Rumble Johnson fight, I don't know what he was doing.
High kick to the face in the second fight.
Yeah, that's right.
He overcame it
That's
and
right.
ate it.
Yeah.
His chin. That's what, after that fight, I was impressed with more than anything.
Yes.
Was the fact that he ate that shin.
He's ultra durable, but I just don't know that his offensive output is enough to beat Jon Jones if he can't take Jon Jones down.
Yeah, I mean, I see Jones win decision in this fight, but hey, if I'm wrong, then I win money, so it won't be all that bad.
That's right. I mean, I could see all the reasons for Cormier to win. I just feel like a 30-year-old Jon Jones, as motivated as he's ever been in his career. And Jon Jones has the things you can't teach. He comes from an ultra-athletic family. He has the perfect MMA build, which you can't teach how you're born with your body.
And it's hard to find training partners with 85-inch reaches.
That's right.
And if they are, they're probably slow and awkward and
Yes.
not as coordinated and fast and explosive.
And it's not just the way he throws strikes with that reach or how he uses front kicks to dedicate range. But when you do get close, he throws as good of elbow strikes as anybody I've ever seen in that weight class.
Yeah, that left lead elbow where he claws the hand and comes across. He does that better than anyone in the division, in my opinion.
So, I mean, I don't know what happens that much different from the first fight. Because I thought, hey, they pushed a good pace in the first fight. I thought several of the rounds were competitive, but clearly Jon Jones rounds. And in round 4, it looked like Cormier started to gas a little bit because he took all of round 4 off. So, I mean, what's different this time around?
Agreed. So, hey, I got a little money on Cormier, but hearts with Jones.
I got a lot of money on Jones.
Yeah, you do.